Today we're going to be cooking Bock and brown sugar spare ribs, which is a super flavorful way to cook ribs. The smoky, flavorful taste from the ribs mingle with the depth of flavor of the Bock beer and the sweetness of the brown sugar in a way that will make your taste buds sing. We'll be using our Papa Jack steak and chop marinade to prepare these ribs before taking them to the pit. For those that don't know, Papa Jack's is a one-of-a-kind marinade that instantly permeates your favorite foods to provide tender, juicy, and delicious results every time. As you can see, I'm sprinkling these ribs with a little bit of dry rub, a little salt, pepper, brown sugar, and paprika before applying a thin coat of Papa Jack's. If you look closely, you can see the marinade already starting to go into the ribs. So I'm just going to finish applying the rub and the marinade to the ribs, and then we'll be ready for the pit. By the way, for all you pit masters out there, the one thing that you'll find with Papa Jack's is that you don't have to worry about wrapping the ribs in foil to tenderize, the 3-2-1 method, spritzing with water, or any of that stuff. You really don't even have to worry about keeping the pit at a certain temperature. Just put them on the pit and let Papa Jack's do the work. In a minute here, we'll see what the ribs should look like after applying the rub and the Papa Jack's. Now let's take them to the pit. We'll be cooking these ribs over direct fire. As you can see, I have my mesquite lump charcoal burning nicely and my pit temperature running at about 300 degrees. At 300 degrees, these ribs will take about 1.5 to 2 hours to cook. As I said before, once we close this lid, we're going to sit back and relax. We're not going to spritz. We're not going to wrap in foil. We're going to relax and let Papa Jack's work its magic. All right, we're about an hour into the cook, so let's get to work on our Bock and brown sugar finishing sauce. For the sauce, I use 1/2 of an onion, 2 tablespoons of garlic, and about a cup of Bock beer. We'll let that simmer for about 10 minutes, and then we'll add the other ingredients listed on the screen. When we're done, the sauce should look something like this. 2 hours is up, and it's time to pull our ribs. Look at that beautiful color and bend. For all you pit masters out there, you know when you see a bend like this, we've got ourselves a tender rib. Now let's hit these ribs with our Bock and brown sugar finishing sauce. And this is what the finished project looks like. And now the time for the moment of truth.
Yeah. All right.